Good morning, everybody. I hope you all are well. I know I'm excited to get into a bit of Terraria today, and I hope you are as well. I know since last time, I really haven't done much. Um, like, alls I really did for the most part was just, I don't remember if I did this before or after, but I literally just kind of sorted some stuff. That's about it. Um, I know it's been a while due to several reasons. But that's the most I really did was just sort some shit and whatnot. Just normal things. I know today we have a few things we want to go for. So, for our entries, we have quite a lot left. But for our banners and trophies, we need Plantera, Betsy, Brain of Cthulhu, and Flying Dutchman for the trophies, as well as Krampus, Yeti, Present Mimic, Flacco, Spore Zombie, Hollow Mimic, Enchanted Sword, Flesh Reaver, Blood Crawler, Crimson Axe, Corrupt Mimic, and a lot more. But the one we need the most for is entries. And for those, we need Zombie Elves, Present Mimics, Everscreens, Ice Queens, Santa NK, the special demon eyes, zombies, and skeletons that come from the Halloween event, specifically. But since we need stuff from the Frost Moon as well, it's a whole other thing. We're two away, for these two. Gingerbread we have, this one we have, this one we have, but these three we need more of, and it's like, oh boy, here we go again. So, we're going to do a Frost Moon. We will need to fight some Planteras, which is going to suck, but we'll also need to do some Eternia stuff. And for the Eternia stuff, probably going to use the Ballista Staff, honestly. And we have our defensive setup for when we're ready and whatnot. So we will be able to do that as need be. Other than that, I believe we can use this. No, we've already used it recently. I know we need to kill several cultists. One moment. Sorry. I have it capped so it doesn't so preferably it doesn't blow out your eardrums. We also have some stuff in the dungeon we need to do. That's another thing that we have. Like, we have a bunch of, random things that we need. And that's going to be kind of the big thing of today, is finishing off some of those. Because in terms of entries here, we need the bride, Pinky. Actually, you know what? Instead of the dungeon and stuff, since it is partway through the night and we can do this, we can do it like this. And hopefully we can get something useful within, the little time we have left. There's no guarantee, but... And I know the music is down a bit, compared to how I normally have it for me, because I have a lot of stuff just turned off. But we need to get the blood squid, which is going to be a pain in the ass. Because that is a very annoying one to get. The bride we can also get outside of blood moons as long as we're in the graveyard. But for the blood squid, we have to specifically do certain things. And that's what's going to make it a pain in the ass. I'll just do this, and then 1, 2. Because that's probably how many we're going to want to have, so we don't insta-kill it. Hemogoblin, nope, we need Dread Nautilus specifically. Because we need it to spawn Blood Squid, which then we need to kill. Which is going to be the hard part. And I'm only going to take one with me for now. Um, for this part, I just have to dodge. He does his squirts. Then he summons stuff. We are getting close. We don't need a lot more, hopefully, for that. But we are pretty low health, which worries me. Come on, summon the blood squids. No! Damn it! I did not want that. We have 25 blood squids killed. It says we do, but we don't have the banner. Which is worrying. Because, like, that is one of the main things we actually need. I don't remember if it's 25 or 50, but then again, I know that it's not exactly the most accurate all the time. Okay, we have Sling 25. How many blood squids are we supposed to kill? I thought it was 25. I have it on my phone. Just give me a moment. That's why I paused the game. Because I also know we need to kill a lot of other stuff, so... Specifically... Banners. Slimes... Glowing mushies... Deserts... Crims... Blood moon... Tripler... Blood squid, yeah. Their entry is like others, except it's quickly acquired. Attempts to get close, shots are inaccurate. Vampire squid, lightless depth. Entry only refers to Dread Nautilus. It just has a banner. So meaning we're gonna have to kill 25 more of those fuckers. Which is just a pain in the ass, in all honesty. But, I mean, it's not something we can't do. It's just something that's going to be annoying to do. Emo Goblin Shark, I'm neutral about. One thing that was mentioned recently, if you didn't see the Terraria state of the game yet, we are getting some new backgrounds. And from all the stuff we do know about the update, we know that every boss after this update should have its own theme. So that's something we get to look forward to. We also know there's going to be like 10 new backgrounds. One of the things that was mentioned by Red but never confirmed was like, oh yeah, we thought about doing that. We just never got to it. Related to changing it so when minions and fish bobber goes off in water, it has a different sound. So it's like easier to know. Which honestly, 100% agree. There goes those two. And then it circles. It starts its spewing. I never thought I would have to frickin' do so much with a Dread Nautilus like this before, but here we are. But once we kill enough, we'll be golden for that. Oh, there goes the Dread Nautilus. since it's daytime. Okay. There we go. Just collect a bunch of stuff. I mean, the good part about doing it like this is we do get a bunch of extra shit that we don't normally get. So there is some plus to it, even if small. Yeah, because I don't need this, don't need these. Like, I don't need half of these, but I still like them because it's like, cool, free shit. Perfect. We do need to do an Eternia crystal, so let's switch to defensive. Because I'd rather get that set up. Boop, boop. There we go. Doot, doo, doo, doot. Doot, doo, doo, doot. Yeah, because when having them like defensive like this is gonna help us more in the long run. I could probably replace the bone helm, in all honesty. I just haven't. Like, I know either way we have a lot of stuff we do need, and that we'll get to in its own right, but okay, then we'll put one here because we want to make it even. Start the next round. I did re-look at some of the stuff from the Pokemon Pokeday stuff, and of course Chikorita having disarming voice like it normally doesn't. But also Patrat. I saw Patrat in the trailer for ZA, but I also noticed a few other things. And I did some like thinking, and I'm like, wait a minute, what is Meganium based off of again? And I looked at it, I'm like, it's based off a sauropod. So I was like, I'm trying to remember, because I remembered something like important. And so I like double checked to make sure I was right. Because the Titanosaur, I believe it was, is from France, which is a type of sauropod. And it is literally like humongous. Like, I can even pull up a picture of the Titanosaur. Oh my god. Because the Titanosaur is huge. Because, where is it? These things were like big. They weren't the biggest, but they were goddamn big. God dang it. There we go. That's a good size comparison image. It's so hard to find a lot of the size comparison images. Um that one's from Arc. But this one is probably the most like direct I can find on short notice. Um so the Titanosaur was huge, as you can see. This is just a like depiction of like how big it was. So, and the Titanosaur it was originally found in the desert region of Argentina. Scientists, I'm trying to remember. Oh yeah, they've been found in Argentina, Spain, and France. That's where titanosaurs have been found. And Meganium specifically is very much a sauropod. And looking at it, you can kind of get an idea of like how they could interpret this part into Meganium. But even then, like, it gives a lot of options for what we could see. I'm just curious on what they're gonna do with that. Um, Another thing that's important to remember, France and Japan are the two top, like, biggest for, like, animal cruelty related to cooking. So Tepig being like Embor being this giant pig and whatnot, as well as a wrestler, is important. But also, historically, candles for people who were not churches or the rich were made of pig tallow and like pig fat, basically. So that's another thing that can easily be put into it. So I could totally seeing it be like a candlestick baker type thing. But also it's like France is very much known for its food in a lot of ways as well. So mix that a bit with the pig aspect, because if I remember correctly, France, like, especially in the Middle Ages, pork in Europe and stuff was a very popular dish type. But even then, like, France, still part of Europe, and it would be a good way to do it. I know France also had one of the original, like, structures of sewers with the catacombs and whatnot as well. And from what I've been told, depending where you are in Paris, it smells like piss. So take that as you will. But it gives me an idea of like, okay, so we have those like sewer things, and of course you have the common fairy tale of the sewer crocodile. Even though, you know, for alligators and alligator, it's like, I mean, they're commonly misconstrued for each other, so it could be like one of those situations. It could also be related to several things from their mythos, but there's not a lot of like crocodilian. There is the crocodile, that is that created a sports fashion company. And I know he's called the Crocodile in the US. I don't know if he is in France or not, but he was like a really good tennis player and whatnot. I don't remember his normal name. I just remember him as the Crocodile because I remember reading about him at one point. Because it's like, those are some of the ideas. I get why they didn't do Empoleon. I was thinking to myself, that feels a little too on the nose to change for a regional variant, because it's obvious we're going to get regional variants with possible megas on top of that, is how I'm looking at it. So I'm kind of like, okay, I have some ideas. But it's like, those are some of the like main ones I can think about. One of the other things as well, that happened a lot in Europe, the bubonic plague. It's how Aromatisse has the face mask and whatnot. A lot of times to get rid of the smell of death, but also it was thought to help protect against actual smells and whatnot, and like the sickness. They would put like different fragrances in the beaks of the mask to basically ward off the evil virus that they saw as a demonic thing. And honestly, that could play a role into the whole fairy idea if Chikorita gets a fairy typing. It could also play into a poison typing or even ghost typing. Like, there's a lot of possibilities with it. We just don't have as much information as we kind of need for it. I mean, it's only speculation and like theories kind of come into my brain, as well as just me being a nerd, but that's besides the point. Because my main idea with it is, well, there's definitely something. What it is, I'm not 100%, but I have ideas, and that's kind of how I look at it. Like, I definitely am no scientist or historian. I'm just a nerd who likes to look up stuff and actually, like, research random topics. Of course. Another flying dragon, but no trophy. I was really hoping for a trophy this time. But sometimes you don't get what you want. Boop, 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 boop. There we go. We do have a lot of, like, banners and space for banners and whatnot. The fact that my instinct is always to quick stack those specifically. Like, we have the Betsy mask, just not the trophy. Like, we've been grinding it quite a lot. We do have a windy day. And we don't need the angry dandelion anymore. Thankfully. We do need skeletons, rock golems, wizards, granite. We need a lot of ice stuff as well. Honestly, we just need a lot of random shit. What I'm gonna do here, I can't reach that. Gonna put these here. Quick TP. Switch loadout. And make sure I have that. Let's keep an eye out for a Plantera bulb, hopefully. Because I do want to take out a Plantera and hopefully get the Plantera stuff. But that's also assuming we find one. I mean, I can light up areas, but that's not going to help when looking for... Wait a minute. One of these. I saw the glow. Ba-ba-da-ba-ba-da-da-da-da-da. Ba-da-ba-da-boo-boo. Do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do. Da-da-da-da-da. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. No trophy. Needle burst, pygmy staff, thorn hook. You don't see that too often. Honestly, I never see the thorn hook. That's a rare one for me to find. Oh shit, we got the 50th lilac beetle unintentionally. Shit. There's the lac beetle we can mark off. On both sides. Yes, I have a paper with everything written down. It took a long ass time to do. Besides the point. Okay, I do have a needle burst. Okay, I do have a pygmy staff. Okay, so I can sell. So for the lac beetle, it is right between Dr. Bones and Spiked Jungle Slime. Right here. Nice! We are really doing great with this now. Like, I'm really happy that we've made it as far as we have with this challenge. In terms of, like, banners and whatnot. Like, we've really improved a lot. And I'm really happy about that. Because I remember when we started this and I was like, I don't know how far we'll get. Like, I think we can do it, but I didn't know fully, like, how long it would take. I thought it would take, like, quite a long-ass time either way, but it was like, I mean, who knows how long it could take in total. I didn't think we'd actually be, like, to this point. I know I'm excited for the next update for Terraria. I know they don't have an exact date yet, but they're getting closer, and so that's something that's good. It makes me excited. Melee weapons. I don't think that counts for whips either anymore, which just sucks. It's a big shame. It's a real big shame. We do have to wait for it to be nighttime, but that shouldn't be too bad. You know, I actually saw a clip on YouTube Shorts that like popped up in my peripheral, and it reminded me of a show I watched at one point. It was the Harley Quinn one where her and Ivy dated and whatnot, like, because I remember watching it quite a bit and like liking it a lot, and I saw something with it and I'm like, huh, are people actually getting into the show finally again? Like, I remember when it first came out, but damn, did it take this long? Like, jokes aside, I was kind of floored it took that long. Normally, it takes a lot longer. I mean, it's good to know that it's getting recognition it deserves, because it was a fucked up show in a lot of ways. It was an animated show, and Ivy and Harley were basically partners. I mean, they loved each other a lot and whatnot. I don't think I don't know how far it truly got because I never finished it. But like, it had some really dark episodes, some really good episodes in general, though. Like, I know there was an episode about Batman and his like memories, and it just was the moment his parents died repeatedly played back over again and over again, and all Harley could do was cover the kid's eyes because she tried everything else and she just wanted to try and help with the suffering. And it was like, holy fucking shit. It also like put in some of like the whole thing with how some of them actually came to be. And it was nice seeing how they like adapted certain aspects of the comics, like how Poison Ivy became Poison Ivy. Like, that was a really nice way that they had done it in it. Because I remember it from the show. Like, there's a lot that I remember from it now that that memory's been re-unlocked. It's like, it's not a lot, but it's still enough to be a lot more than I thought I would remember about it. And it's like, damn, that just unlocked like an eternal part of me that just like misses the show. God. It's how I feel about quite a few shows, honestly. But it's like, I remember when it aired quite a few things. And it's like, I know with the Poison Ivy episode that went into like how she came to be. Like, she had created something, her partner slash boss, basically, at the time. It was like partner, boss, scientist thing. I don't remember the full relationship between those two. I just know that they both worked as scientists together, who she did end up killing after he tried to kill her, basically, to take her scientific research and claim it for himself. And she injected herself with her research, and that's how she got her powers. And I loved the animation they did for it, too, because, like, yeah, that is a lot of, like, Poison Ivy in a nutshell, is unfortunate situation who you understand why they became a villain like that. Because it's kind of like, that makes sense. I mean, betrayed by one of your freaking advisors and whatnot, and like just told, oh yeah, too bad. Like, that's not good. It's really fucked up, honestly. But I remember it very well because it was like a huge thing to me. Also, we are really suffering today. Oh my god, I tried to dodge better, but I couldn't. I want the Terra Prisma to help more right now, but that's just rude, Ice Queen. I need to kill her before something worse happens. Damn it! Like, I'm just getting camped at this point. I can't switch loadouts or anything. I wish that star hit her. But I remember, as I was saying, like, I remember that being a really emotional episode overall compared to, like, some of the other episodes. Like, I remember it being, like, this really big, like, dramatic episode that they had. And, like, yeah, it makes sense. Especially when, like, in the story, she was Harley's partner, basically. Because if I remember correctly in the story, Harley left the Joker and finally, like, got her whole mind together. But she started caring about Ivy back when she was still a therapist, before the Joker corrupted her and whatnot. And things went south for her, basically. And it was, if I remember correctly, it was because of Poison Ivy, and like a bunch of other reasons that she left Joker, wanted to become the biggest villain, ended up becoming more of an anti-hero. I remember her parents tried to kill her in one episode to collect a bounty on her. Like, it was a really crazy damn show. Like, her own fucking parents. And if I remember correctly, she started as an athlete, too, but her father, like, told her that he bet against her and she had to basically fail it so he wouldn't lose his money. So she actually purposely did it. And then one thing led to another. She got a therapist and whatnot, like, went to be a therapist, and, like, it's honestly kind of sad when you look at it from that perspective of, like, hers, because it used a lot of, like, what was in the DC comics and used it with its own little bits and versions to grow some of the characters. I also think that was the same show where I think that was the same show where she helped Mr. Freeze change his blood type and transfuse it into his partner, who he wanted to save the life of, but she had such a rare blood type he couldn't, which is why he began his whole, like, villainy. And in the end, like, he died to save his partner. Because I know there was also a point where Harley was willing to, like, die to protect Poison Ivy, and that was the scene I saw off the corner of my eye, and I'm like, oh my god, I forgot about that show completely. And then it just brought back all those memories, and it's like, honestly, great show. If I remember correctly, there was also a point in the show where the Joker ran for mayor, but that might have been a different show. But if I remember correctly, he also had a child at that point, too. Like, he had adopted a kid. Like, he was still crazy and chaotic, but he was a lot more human, and not, like, insane, crazed psycho as much. Like, they really humanized a lot of the villains in that, in a way that made sense, because Gotham was just a fucked up place in general. I remember Superman and Wonder Woman being important to it and whatnot. Like, there was a full thing of, was it the Phantom Realm? I believe it was called. I'm trying to remember the exact name, but, like, they were going to send Poison Ivy to the Phantom Realm thinking she did something when in reality it wasn't. It was someone mimicking her powers or whatnot. If I remember, that's how it went, but I might be wrong. I mean, it's been years, so. And my memory is not the best. It just likes to remember random funny things or random weird things. Not much of an in-between, usually. But, like, I remember it very vaguely because it had a really nice dynamic. Like, because if I remember correctly, like, there were, Because there's a one scene I remember from the show, and I believe it was from that show specifically, where Harley takes a gun from one of the people that she's infiltrating and shoots the person, thinking like it's a disintegration ray. And they were just like, oh my god, that's a cancer ray. You gave him cancer, Harley? Oh my god, I'm so sorry. And then he's like, I need to go spend time with my family. And then just leaves. And she's like, I'm sorry. I thought it would be like a disintegration ray or something. Like, she was wholly willing to kill him and everything and whatnot, if I remember. And like, just the fact that it's instead made his death slow and like more like painful. She was like, holy shit, why would someone make this? Which honestly, I agree with her on that. Why the fuck would someone make a cancer ray? But I remember seeing it and just thinking to myself, how did they come up with that? Like, of all the things they could have come up with, definitely one of the weirder ones. Okay, let's see where we are in terms of bestiary stuff. But like, I remember the Harley Quinn stuff like really well, and I liked it. It wasn't the best show, but it also wasn't the worst. Okay, zombie elves are marked off. Still got quite a bit more. I know we need to do specific mimic types, such as the hollowed mimic. So we'll grab like 10 keys. Echo and chess. 7, 8, 9, 10. Cool. Yeah, because we don't need to worry too much about other things. We are gonna need to get some souls a night and whatnot, but I'm basically doing this right now so we can have it like perfectly separated. I'm basically doing it like this because it doesn't set them off until you get too far away or close it naturally. So then I can do stuff like this. Oh shit, I didn't think about that when I did it. You know what? That one's completely on me. I mean, I did kill one, but that's about it. That's what happens when you don't think before you act. There we go. Like, I can deal with like 2 or 3 at once, but more than that's more of a risk. There we go. And then I go boom, boom, boom. Oh, come on. I didn't realize it spawned on top of me. Oh, that's annoying. It was too late by the time I had realized. It happens. I mean, I can make more keys alight. The issue is chess, unironically. Can do this. Yeah, I definitely need to kill more. I believe it's 15 or something, or like 20 for that. Then we'll do this. We can sell those. And then the other stuff I'll keep. Also, I really don't need the normal healing potions at this point. I just kind of had them just to have them. Okay, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Let's just do 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, you can only do 7. Guess I'll save a gold chest. Like, either way, I know for me, it's like, I'll figure stuff out as we keep moving. But, yeah, this is one of those where it's like, yeah, I definitely need to keep, like, improving some of my, gear. And that's 1. That's 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. And 7. Nice. And then I can sell the rest of this to her. I mean, we got a full platinum. Damn. Almost. We got over 1 platinum entirely. Frickin' frost waves. So we are out of Souls of Light now. So we need more Souls of Night, more Souls of Light. Which does give me a plight that I have to deal with. Or I might just have a fright. Literally, I believe 2025 will get that. But it means we're gonna have to go down. I mean, we do need the voodoo demon. If I remember correctly, we still need that. So, like, we could, like, go for it while we're down here? Maybe? We need 10 more for it. So it's not, like, out of possibility, but it's not the best possibility. Dodge. And I can do that. Battle potion. And we just need to kind of, like, go back and forth and whatnot. Like, we could probably add some hollowed and crimson blocks above if there aren't any already. Yeah, there already is hollowed. So we might get some... Yeah, we are getting Souls of Light and whatnot. So, yeah, we'll definitely get some Souls of Light, most likely. Probably how we got so many, because I don't remember how we got all of them off the top of my head. So we might. Yep, like that. I just need to be a certain height. And we can just, like, collect those as well for more mimics. Then we do not need to farm as much for them. The only one we're going to have to purely farm for is going to be the Corrupt Mimic, because our natural world evil is Crimson. And he's a knight, only summon the natural world evil in terms of the Mimic. Not either or if you have both. So I have a few ideas. I think it would be pretty nice if they actually did something about that, but I also get why. But yeah, I know, like, with the corruption stuff, I got ways I can deal with certain things in it. We just need to go back, forth, take care of the frickin' critters when we see them. Because those are going to be, like, our biggest issues. Another frickin' obsidian rose. Wow. Like, you'll see people, like, kill thousands and not get a single one. And then there's me, who's killed, like, I don't know. And, like, I've gotten a lot during this playthrough. I've got a lot during this playthrough. I mean, same with the Rada Discord. I barely killed any before I had gotten to get it. Why didn't I not just do this? And then I can just summon. But, like, I remember there being a lot of stuff like that where I'm just like, now of, oh, cool. Anyway. I mean, there's a lot of, like, pieces I do remember seeing, but yeah. Because, like, for me, I haven't killed a lot of elementals either. I've killed 89 in total, and I've gotten a Rod of Discord, but the thing is, it was before we even got the banner, so, like, we've gotten quite a few, luck-based things, just for free, basically, which is really nice. There's another Red Devil. Honestly, one of these days we should probably come back down here with the Shadow Key for, like, money from the Shadow Chests and whatnot. That'd probably make a good chunk of coin, but, like, we don't need it. Like, we have more than enough coin. Like, we've made a lot because of how much you have to grind in this. So it's not like we don't have a lot. Like, I'm quite sure if I check Chester here. Yeah, we have over 100 platinum coins. Almost freaking 150. Like, we definitely do not need the platinum. But we have it. That's for sure. And I know part of it is also saved by having them in their favorite spots and, like, whatnot for their biomes and stuff. Because that also helps with their, costs and stuff. But yeah. Like, there's definitely a lot that I should probably look at more, but honestly, I don't really need to get more stuff in the game than I already am trying to get. Like, I could go for all the pets. I could go for all of the, frickin' mounts and light pets and other crap, but some of them are just boring and or really annoying to get, i.e. the turtle mount. And then, of course, being in master mode, you have all the master mode versions, which are like a 1 in 4, if I remember correctly, for it. It's a 1 in 4 drop from each boss, for their respective one. And we're already farming bosses for their trophies, so it's kind of like, Braid of Cthulhu's also gonna suck because it's like, for Braid of Cthulhu, we specifically need to farm the Crimson. And that's what kind of makes it annoying. We have yet to actually kill a voodoo demon. That's a shame. Oh yeah, that teleports us to hell. And then I can do this. Like, I do not need all of this extra shit. Most of it I can just go, boom, done. I know we're gonna have to face, like, look at all the keys we have, geez. I know we're gonna have to face another Frost Moon, because we have a lot of stuff with that still. Except this time, I know very well I need to be ready for anything. And if I am going to do something about it, I should probably get ready. Hot dog is pretty good for food. Do I have any more fish for it? I have a bunch of extra quest fish. I do need more variegated lard fish. And prismites, jeez. Do I have any? Okay, I do. Life Force. Even then, I'm still gonna need a lot more prismites, but yeah, that is a future me issue. Yay. Heart Reach is gonna be good for this. Nearby danger sources. Oh boy. I'm just gonna grab a few. I'm not gonna grab a summoner. I'm just gonna grab the ones I know I'm gonna use. Okay. Let's get prepared. So we got Uno, Dos, and Trace. Making doubly sure. And then we go Chomp, Slurp, 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 Slurp. And Gulp, Summon. Cool. Now we can shred through all the enemies. Yay! Destroy them all! Oh gosh. Also, I don't think I haven't showed it off yet. Last night my friend was telling me about a weird VR thing they found, and I actually have a picture from it. Of us. So, if anybody remembers the song "Anything You Can Do, I Can Do Better," like that song, like this was the ending pose of it, and my character looks so disappointed, while my friend just looks so like, "Come on, you know," because he sent me that after like, "Oh, this is great." There was also a point there was an owl sitting on a tank. It was really weird. But my friend was like, "Yeah, I found this world, and like you can put your VR selves into things." So like we did a crab one. There was a point where we found a really cursed one that happened. Like there was a point that there was a crab, two of them were dancing, and then one of them fucking explodes because they just somehow exploded. It wasn't even part of the song. It was something their character accidentally did. And I'm just like, oh. Yeah, it was really weird. It was a very interesting thing to join into yesterday. Because I just like went on to VR chat to like chat while working because I had finished a meeting. And it's like, I'm probably just going to chat and just sit there. So I did. And then I started multitasking until work was actually over. Because like I would use my pen to move while like looking at stuff, or like I would move my mouse but use my left hand to draw, because like I can do that. It's not something I do as often as I used to, but I still know how to do it. I mainly use my left hand when sketching stuff usually, but of course there's always that voice in the back of my head of just this, growing up in them being like, left hand is unnatural and very ungodlike and whatnot, and it just constant reminder. That's what it's like to grow up with that type of stuff. You start to question if left-handedness is godly enough for yourself. It's the type of stuff I got to grow up with. It was very annoying. Honestly, I probably would have been left-handed if I actually didn't have that happen. Which is kind of weird to think about. It's just weird to think about, oh yeah, I could have been completely left-handed if things went differently in terms of, like, school shit. Just one of those things. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. God, I love being able to shred through the Ice Queen like this. Dude. Oh, God. There's some Flacco. Because, yeah, we need to kill a lot of the normal stuff, too. The issue with the Frost Moon over the Pumpkin Moon and completing it is the Frost Moon has so many more enemies. That's what makes it such a pain in the ass. Because, like, with the Elf Copter, it's like they can fly, but the others don't. So, it kind of stacks. Hopefully we'll get that banner but there's no guarantee. Come on. Damn it. Damn, I almost dropped an entire platinum. That's actually a lot. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Haha! Okay. Oh my god, what I just... Oh my god, I got hit by a spike that I didn't see under the hearts. Jesus Christ. It be that way sometimes. Dodge. Just gotta dodge. Okay, there we go. Like, there's a lot of stuff I just have done recently and have been working on. And now it's just like, damn. It's been so damn long. How do you have so many swords in the back? Welcome on in, Midas, but I hope you're doing well. And it's because I have the Terra Prisma. It's Daytime Empress drop. Ah, the damn Yetis. Oh, we killed 50 Flacos. Nice. We can actually cross that off our Bestiary list. Nice. It's always nice when that happens. Yeah, I've been working on a Bestiary challenge for quite a few months now. Oh, the reason I have so many is because I'm a summoner. Because, honestly, summoners are probably the best in terms of, like, outright damage output, but also, like, other than melee. But also, they're really good for farming. Their biggest weakness is their defense. Oh, there goes the guide cat as well. How the hell has the golfer always survived so easily? Why the golfer? Like, it's been a very common thing. The golfer just going, well, I'm alive. It's kind of funny. But yeah, like, just having more minion slots helps quite a lot. Because even though oh my god, I hate the bullets from this thing in master mode. Oh, it was 3. That's why. The Santa NK1s literally are my, like, arch nemesis at this point. With how many times I have died to them in the past. Like, or died dodging them. In that case. I'm quite sure that, like, if it weren't for the fact that I have, like, centuries, I would die to a lot more things in this. And it's annoying because I need to kill Krampuses too. Crampi? You know, I never thought about it. What is the plural of Krampus? Crampi? Krampuses? Krampuccino? Or just Krampus? It's a whole herd of Krampus. Like, I don't think that's ever really mentioned, because Krampus is usually just a singular figure, but now I'm curious what it would actually be called. Jesus Christ. Those presents are like my... Oh my god, I hate the present missiles. It's always when I get to a certain point, like, it's after I die to a Santa NK1 that it just, like, goes downhill from then on out. Like, there's no in between. It always is after that happens. It's like I start dying in loops, and it doesn't matter what, like, class I am. It always happens. There's the banner. Thank God it did not disappear due to spawn caps or anything. Whew. Okay, so that is some more banners. Ooh, we actually got the Yeti banner too. I didn't even notice that. Oh, that's huge. Did anything fall into the water? This did. I will take care of that. God bless it. How? Oh, it's the desert. It's always that damned desert. Okay, so Yeti and Flacco. Let's see. The Flacco is after Elfcopter, and Yeti is between Krampus and Present Mimic. So let's see. Gangsta, Elfcopter, Yeti, and then you have Present Mimic before the Yeti. So this is where Flacco goes. So Present Mimic. So Yeti would be in the middle. And then I can go boom, boom. And then the elf banners just... Oh, that's the wrong chest. I was like, why is it not going in? There we go. We got extra presents and whatnot. And I can go up here and sell, 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 sell. Perfect. Oh shit, I didn't even realize we had an extra ice queen relic. God, there's so many things left over from these. Nope, the guide's back at least. Billy Bones over here, you are truly magical with how easily you like to survive. Okay. Now I can go to my list. So, entries. No. It is in... There we go. Flacco and Yeti are now off the list. Let's go for the mimics, I guess. Since we need to get a lot of stuff for the hollowed and crimson mimics. It's probably the fastest way to get there. Thank God we took care of the fungo fish. Then I can move over this way. Oh, wait. Ooh, strange plant. Wonder what it'll give me. Because I don't need Queen Slime's trophy anymore. I don't... Like, I just don't need a lot of trophies and stuff. It's mainly random entries and random banners that I need. Which is kind of ironic. There's a surprising amount of banners that you just don't need. Or, like, does things that don't have banners. So at least it makes that easy. Where'd I do the hollow thing? I thought it was over here. Or am I dumb? Both are possible. I know I did one in the hollow. Oh, it's up. Brr. We can just easily go up past our farm and whatnot. Yeah, because I cleared that out for rock golems and stuff. And I probably am going to need to put corruption in somewhere. But if I'm going to put it anywhere, maybe over here, I can just replace some of the hollow with corruption. Like, that shouldn't be too hard. I mean, I did kind of, like, really destroy a lot of that. We'll do that. Oop, there's the enchanted sword we need. Oh, yeah, I didn't get that. Oops. Let's go defensive mode. Make sure I am completely ready for a grind session. Oh, yeah, I forgot. We never really did anything with this part when we really could. You know what? I'm gonna keep the defensive stuff on while we do this, because that's gonna help more. Let's try and clear a little more space. Luminant Bat. Nice. Because if we can get hollowed mimics to spawn and whatnot, then we're golden. No issues. But that entirely depends how lucky / unlucky we are today. And my luck has not been the best all the time. So let's see if I actually get good luck. And it's because it's like we already had enough good luck with the freaking Rotted Discord and like all of the Obsidian Roses, but it's never the luck you want. It's always like the luck that's like, thanks? I don't need more of these, or, oh, cool. And then it's just like, you get nothing lucky ever again. It's always those things. It feels weird. Oh, hi, Dr. Bones. I really wish you were affected by a shadow candle, but sadly, I do not get that luxury. I don't know why the Traveling Merchant and Skeleton Merchant aren't affected by shadow candles in terms of, like, reducing spawn rate, but I find it very interesting that they don't actually get blocked by the shadow candle, meaning they just always are going to lower the spawn rates no matter what you do. You're basically just screwed. Then I can boom, 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 boom. Okay, so I can do like this. Oh wow, we finally reached 100 chaos elementals. Really thought that'd take a lot longer. Can't really make any frickin' platforms, but that is okay. I am surprised by the lack of stuff, though. That definitely does not help. I'm excited for the new themes, honestly, of the next update, because, like, we know Torch God, King Slime, Twins, and Eater of Worlds are confirmed, as well as Skeletron. So that makes me really excited. Because I'm a big music fan already, and then just adding to that makes me really happy. Why does it just assume I want to mine both of those blocks? It's just like, oh, we must want to mine both, and then just mines both despite not wanting to. So annoying. Oh, there's a nymph. Not like she's gonna be too useful. Just do this, because the lava's like really annoying. And it's not like I can't resist it. It's pretty easy to, thankfully. Like, even taking a little fire damage is okay. Because I know I don't have my lava waders on or anything, but I mean, it really does not do too much compared to, like, the enemies, which are, like, insane levels in a lot of cases. There we go. Do. Okay. There we go. And we'll just start doing this. Because honestly, making it easier for them to get to the spawn area or, like, not have more of a spawn area is going to be very important for us. Because if they can't spawn anywhere, then we don't have to deal with them. But if we make it so they can only spawn in specific places, they'll be easier to deal with. Or they could just do that. Both are fine. I mean, I definitely got some Souls of Light there. Question is how many? I wasn't paying attention. Ugh, only 30. Anyways. Can actually switch back now. We have 40, so we can make one, two, only two, but let's see if that actually makes a big enough difference. Where's my dye layouts? Light decor, dye materials. There you go. And then we can just boop, boop. Perfect. Oh shit, I didn't summon these yet. You can just fly around easily. Oh, we're 4 off. You can already tell. Dang, that sucks. I mean, even then, we also have a bunch of dungeon monsters too. God, there's just so much to do. Also, is it just me or does the copper nugget look the copper ore always look like a chicken nugget? Like, I can't unsee it ever since I first saw it. That would not be a good Plantera bulb to break. Okay. We need to go up one. You know what? Fuck it. We're just going straight through. No-eyed Willy. Honestly, being able to just go straight through is definitely nice. Yeah, I know, one of the things I probably am going to end up having to do either off-stream or on-stream, but, like, as a grind sesh, is going to be actually, like, getting all of the stuff we need sorted for, if we need, certain fish or whatnot. Because, like, that's definitely a big point of contention right now of how many do we need, like, and stuff like that, because I know very well we're gonna need some. Because I know we're out of prismite, we're out of big lardfish, and I know the plan for the final one is to make it so the true final bestiary entry is Moonlord, just like how it actually is. So that's something we gotta keep in mind as well. There we go. Oh, hi, Ghost. There's a Queen Slime summon I see over there. I mean, that's something, but not a lot. Just enough sand there for some desert enemies. Oh, that also helps. Desert being above. Never really even thought about that. It makes so much sense, too. There we go. I'm literally doing this just so I can actually have, like, space. Plus, then I can also dodge easier, so that's another plus to this. Sometimes it's just good to have multiple things done. Other times, you're just not so lucky. You know, I still remember when I first played Terraria, and it's just kind of weird looking at it now. Because it's like, I remember so many early stages of Terraria, but it's like completely different than what you would expect. Especially at the time, like, I don't think anyone would have expected, oh yeah, you gotta fight action. Like, there was always the joke about fighting Cthulhu, but I don't think anyone expected, like, the sheer lengths that it, went, especially back then. Like, I don't think anyone expected a hard mode or master mode or the secret seeds. Like, I can see, like, the Cthulhu-looking Moonlord being, like, oh, wow, we'll fight Cthulhu, won't we? But other than that, like, it's just so crazy. Because I know, like, the angel statue was originally going to be the double jump and whatnot, but that got changed, obviously. And you can look back at, like, some really old videos now of people actually playing old Terraria, and it's absolutely incredible just seeing how much of that is, like, changed since then. Because, like, when I first played, it was one thing, but now it's, like, completely different. Because for a while, I didn't really have a computer to play it on. Um, so, like, I played mobile and whatnot once that came out. I played the PS4 version. Like, I played a lot of console. I played normal Terraria and whatnot. I remember when 1.3 came out. I remember people's reactions to Duke Fisheron. Sometimes I still wonder what happened to Uramir. I honestly hope he's okay. Just one of those things where no one really knows what happened to him, but most you can do, hope they're okay. Wherever they are. Because, God, I remember that. It does make you wonder, like, about a lot of people. Because I know my dad's recently been rewatching Star Trek and finished Star Wars beforehand by rewatching it. Like, my dad has always been a bit of a space adventure type of nerd for that type of stuff. So it's kind of like not surprising for me. But it really it reminded me of like Carrie Fisher and stuff, like some of the actors who passed away. And it really just makes you like think about like, oh, I wonder how they would react to like this becoming popular or like you get me? Because like, yeah, there's the whole ancestor meme where they would probably be disappointed about something, but it's like a lot of people also forget that the fact that like some of us can just eat fried chicken normally, some of our ancestors would look at it as we truly made it because that was originally mainly a thing for like the wealthy elites. And it's interesting how much of that stuff is like flipped and like changed. And it is interesting. Same thing with like the like different stuff related to different periods of time. Like it could be anywhere from, oh yeah, random, like, especially when it comes to family, like, oh yeah, you're related to insert person that's actually surprising, or insert person who was important in history. Like, there's a good chunk of people that are related to a specific Chinese emperor. If I remember, I'm trying to remember his name. Oh my god, brain, don't do this. Oh no, my brain is just like zoom, full on brain fart there. But it's like it makes you wonder because especially now, like, you have stuff with actual historical figures and how they would react. Like, I personally like to think that if the founding fathers of America saw like some of the tech we have now, they would like they would probably be pretty intrigued, especially Ben Franklin being a scientist himself, probably would have had like a huge curiosity about it. Like I could totally see that being a thing that like happened. Because that's one of the things about like some of these historical figures is some of them, like Nikolai Tesla was ahead of his time. And it really makes you wonder how we would react to everything we have now. Like, his original goals are more feasible than ever. and like his like because he was very ahead of his time. And same thing for a lot of people. Like, for example, take Betty White. Like, she was an amazing person. When she died, that was sad. Like, honestly, I liked Betty White. But it's like, you have these people that are important parts of history that we either grew up with or watched as kids or like knew or are related to and or heard stories about. And sometimes it's just cool to think about how they would react to a modern setting. Like, for example, take a lot of like the civil rights activists from like early on. I'm sure a lot of them would be happy about like their work not being in vain for those who like died during protests or like died during the violence. Like, for example, because like take a lot of the original movement for um rights for African Americans, especially in the US back then. Like, it really says a lot how much has changed when you look at what happened then versus now and whatnot. Like, it's cool to me being able to see all these different forms of like how people behaved then versus now, how certain things change due to beliefs, but also like, oh yeah, this person I care about or whatnot is what led me to be a better person or whatnot. Like, honestly, that makes me think of the whole um phrase, why are the hardest battles given to the best people? And it's like, one line I remember as an answer for that is, sometimes the goodest people are given that challenge to become better, and for those who don't, they become the opposite of what they once were. And it's an interesting way to look at it when you look at it like that. Definitely a bit more what's the word, it's hard to find the exact word I want to use for that, because there's a lot of words you could like put there, but I don't think any of them would really sum up the full like actual meaning I'm going for. uh I don't think I talked about like the story either for what I finished with D&D for Mara. I never got to finish that, I don't think, in terms of telling it on stream. Like, I only released like a few details because I know they don't really watch these streams. I know very well that my D&D players don't. If they did, I would be surprised. Like, I know they like see clips here and there when I like share them, but that's about it. Um, but one of the things is, wait, what? Oh, I didn't even notice a blood moon rose. That's awkward. Okay. Sell a bunch of shit. And boom. There we go. Then we can do that. 3. Oh shit. I didn't materialize. Oh, I materialized. Just I didn't materialize correctly. I remember, oh, I really don't need that. Spirit of Christmas is faded. Let's start summoning some of my stuff at least. And I fucking passed it again. God bless it. I am a goof. Oh boy. I should probably like clear out the wall between these eventually. That'd probably help actually. Because this is probably the best way we're gonna find the enchanted sword too. So it's like, oh, cool. Do 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 do. Oh, apparently we killed a Tim. Lots of platinum. Okay. Let's start this. Yeah, because I think... Yeah, I'm gonna do like this. It won't be perfect, but I can use it to at least like carve out a section. But there's no guarantee it's going to work. I do not want to burn alive either, because that would not be good. Zoologist is back. Didn't even notice she died again. Just gonna be honest. Well, there goes all those torches too, but it just be how it be. I definitely should clear out more though. 100% should. I can't wait till we get the update where I don't have to worry about having banners and like room in my freaking inventory for them. Because that's gonna be so nice. It'll be a lot easier not to miss banners as well. Especially for a challenge like this. Oh, it's gonna be so nice. Very satisfying one. Like, I remember, I had a few things from just, like, random moments in my childhood. And you know, there are questions I want to ask, but there's also answers I don't think I actually want the answer to. Because I know very well if I do get it, it's gonna probably be really awkward or, like, really... Like, that's for sure. I know in general, like, I definitely know a lot about some of it that's changed, but even then, I still don't know everything that's changed in regard to that. It'd be nice to know, but I also know that I really don't want to look into possible more family drama than I already got to deal with. That's one of the things that sucks about going through certain parts of, like, trying to figure out certain things that you do remember or don't remember from, like, your family or whatnot. Because it always ends up being something like that, where it's just like, really? Because Oh my god. Like I remember when I was curious why I spent more time with my Grammy over my grandma and grandpa when I was really younger. It's because my grandma and grandpa had cats and didn't understand what I meant when I was allergic to cats, which explains a lot. Like they definitely came around eventually, but it's also like I I don't even want to know the full story behind that, do I? I mean, even then it's like all sorts of chaos. I really like one person that I feel like I really enjoy spending time with whenever she is around is my aunt. Specifically on my dad's side. She is one of the more like crazy people in our family, which is not saying much in all honesty, but she always had that like really great sense of humor, and that's one of the reasons I really liked having her around. Like she always had that fun like semi-dark humor. She's trying to show me the ore, gosh. But like even now, I kind of wish I could spend more time with her. It just sucks because she doesn't live in the same state. But whenever she does come to visit and whatnot, it's really nice being able to see her again. Because she's one of those people that just really makes you smile. Because I don't forget, like, it's hard for me to forget some of the stuff she's mentioned. Oh my god. Because I remember, because she used to be a band student like my sister, but I was a choir student, but I still understood like a lot of the music stuff. And I used to play trumpet, guitar, ocarina, and whatnot. I don't play those as much anymore. I haven't played trumpet since like really young, just because of the fact that I kind of got pushed out of it by having a horrible band teacher. It's what stopped me from playing trumpet more, which is funny because it's the exact instrument my aunt plays. But I remember like the reason I left too, when I first tried to do band was I got cussed. Like we had a horrid band teacher. She would cuss you out over the smallest shit. Like, and then she'd wonder why that like so few people wanted to join band, and it's like, ma'am, look at yourself and ask yourself the question again. Like, actively look inwards for once. Because, God, did I hate her. She was such a pain in the ass to deal with. And, like, it really just took away that spark for music for me for quite a while. Um, and it stopped me from doing a lot of music stuff for quite a long while. The only reason I ever did music for a good chunk of time after that was because I went to a Catholic school. Um, when in um when in certain grades, um, all men were supposed to be part of a choir. Like all of the people in like a specific grade were supposed to join the choir, for a specific thing. Um, and I was one of the only men that actually kept doing it after, other than like one of my friends who 1, 2, 3, 4, boop, 5, 6. Other than like one friend who actually kept doing it as well. And like I haven't talked to them in a long time. I hope they're well, honestly. I know I had some way, like I had some involvement in them turning into a furry as well. Just nowhere near as much as others. Like Sonic definitely helped with that one. 100%. Like they were a Sonic nerd from the start. And Pokemon. But I remember being like, huh. Anyways, like definitely a very complicated relationship of like friendship relationship type mix beat. A lot of stuff happened throughout the years. Like we're still friends. Do we talk a lot? No. But I do find it really funny that most of the kids from that class who are still alive and not in jail or whatnot turned out to be some form of LGBT. Like, I just find that really funny. It's like the whole praying the gay away and whatnot just really backfired there, didn't it? That's how I kind of looked at it. Looked at it is like, huh. Well, that didn't go too well for praying it away. And yeah, in all honesty, it was literally just its own chaotic moments. But I enjoyed it. Like actually doing choir. Like that was the part I actually enjoyed. And I enjoyed like not getting absolutely ruined in choir because that's what led to me to do it in high school, which then led to me getting onto the chamber group and whatnot. And it's like I I love music because of my choir teacher from high school, but also the one choir teacher we had at middle school, because it's like if it wasn't for her and actually being a better teacher, I probably would have given up on music as a whole, especially after the band teacher. And now I sing like here and there. I don't sing as regularly, but I still sing and I can sing still. And like I've done it here and there. Like I'll make up songs in my brain and just like sing to them. But I also know how to sing to normal songs as well. So it's like kind of that mix and match of just random shit that I can do for just one reason or another. Not a lot. I mean, we have gotten a good chunk of those Souls of Light at least. I know another one specifically for me is I have looked back at some of the old photos from them, and it's like, because I remember especially back then, it was one of those things of I couldn't have long hair, you couldn't have dyed hair, you couldn't have this, couldn't have that, like, and whatnot. And then, like, as soon as I got into high school, I grew my hair out. Definitely a great decision, in my opinion. I've felt so much better ever since I grew it out. It's just one of those things. Sometimes it feels better once you actually, like, get more choice for your freaking body and whatnot with schools. Like, yeah, I still had a dress code in high school, as well, but it was nowhere near as strict as what I had in middle school. And I think that's one of the main reasons I, like, was so much more calm about that and was like, oh my god, I can actually wear a t-shirt now as long as it has the logos or, like, is something from a club. Oh, thank god. Because for those who actually go to those types of schools or have been to those types of schools, they know very well they like you to wear like polos or suits and whatnot, like a lot more fancy stuff. And it's like, why? Because like what's considered fancy in a more rural area is considered a lot less fancy in a less rural area. But that's just kind of how it is. Okay. There we go. And we can just do a bit of this. And while we sit here and talk about stuff, I can actually stretch a bit. Cause yeah, I know with choir it's like now I'm a big music person, but it's like do I sing a lot now? No. I stopped doing as much music after leaving high school, but it's still like part of me in its own regard. Like I do love music, and like I can read, I can sight read, I can do whatever, but like the warm up it takes to make sure I actually don't hurt my voice usually is important as well, because like especially doing 4 hours of streaming, for example, if you don't have the voice or the warm up necessary, it can cause strain. And like I was always someone who would get sick with strep throat even after getting my tonsils and adenoids removed. It was like, oh yeah, strep throat, strep throat, strep throat, strep throat. It wasn't until college that I actually stopped getting it as much. But by that time I had also started wearing masks more because of family reasons. Um and then when the COVID mask mandates hit and whatnot, more recently, I was like, "Oh, cool! I've done this before." Um, and it really sucked during that because it's like I had classes during COVID through college and whatnot, and it's like it was hell. Then they started going back in person, and I started going back in person, and not even a month into the school year, and I got COVID, despite wearing a mask. And it's just like, you fucking serious? And I was the first in my family to get COVID somehow, but I remember it was so bad. Like, I remember being nearly hospitalized despite having the vaccine at that point because of how bad it was affecting my asthma, and like how bad it, like, because it was to a point where like I remember they put like chopped garlic and stuff in front of my face and I just couldn't smell shit. And I remember I used to really love chicken pot pie, but then I tried to have some while having COVID, and I can only taste the texture now. I hate it. So I no longer like chicken pot pie because of how much I hate the texture, because I cannot separate those two anymore. And it's like COVID's really ruined that for me. Like, I remember getting it, and it sucked. And then I remember I went to Universal with a family, with some of my family members and a family friend who invited us because she had year tickets that she does with her family already. So basically, because they were members, we got like all sorts of stuff like percentage off because we were part of her group. Um, and I remember after the first day, I got like real bad blisters because I hadn't like done that much exercise, but also my shoes were getting older. Got new shoes while actually there. But then my mom started feeling weird about day 2, day 3. And then what we were gonna do after Universal was we were gonna go and see the new Jurassic World movie that had come out, which was the fifth one. Which, if you haven't seen it, it was all right. Wasn't the best, wasn't the worst, but I remember it because I remember because I was with my dad, mom, and sister. It was a small family thing. Um, and the rental car we had to drive all the way back up to where they lived because we carpool for stuff all the time. So we were in this Jeep that we rented, driving all the way from frickin' Florida back up to where they lived. And then I basically took my car and whatnot, and yeah. But because we had paid for a place to stay after Universal, we stayed there for a bit while healing. Because we were only gonna stay there for like a few more days. And that's how my mom and I unintentionally like really got into a few shows. Like my mom and I watched The Owl House when it came out, but it's where I kind of showed her a bit of Amphibia because that was the first time I started watching Amphibia was when I was sick during then. And I really enjoyed Amphibia, honestly. Great show. But it was my first time like rewatching and whatnot and like looking for stuff. And I remember during that time, I had the weaker version where I could actually taste better than the first time. And I was like the least impacted of the entirety of the four of us. And I remember just being like, yeah, I kind of expected this. I mean, even then, Universal was fun. My sister really fell in love with the Men in Black ride, which I get. It was funny when the raptor in the Jurassic Park area tried to scare me, and I just gave it like this blank look of like, really? We're doing this now? And just, I remember after giving that look, what you could see was the raptor actually like, I think I actually made the actor surprised. Like they looked very taken aback with how they moved, and I'm just like, I'm just not scared of it. I find that stuff cool. I'm a dinosaur nerd. I'm a nerd in general, so it does not surprise me when I see that stuff. I am very like used to it, so it's not something that really just, oh my god, for me or anything. I'm pretty used to it. But I remember it so well for the drive back because it was quite tight. But it's also what got my mom to finally be like, when I replace my van, I'm getting a Jeep. Because it was always her dream car, but that's how she figured out what Jeep type she wanted. And I just remember getting a call from her like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, I found my Jeep Easter egg. Like, oh my god, it was so fucking cute. Like, I love her. But she can get so overexcited over things. And she wonders where I get it from. And it's like, huh, I wonder. But like, because that was a dream car for her for a long time. And I'm glad that she actually got that. Because I know during COVID, my Grammy passed away. And it was difficult. Especially because it was like mid-COVID. And my Grammy was a nurse for most of her life. And she was willing to work till the very end, but we had to put her on hospice because she had, and if you've never heard of it, acute liver cirrhosis, specifically non-alcoholic, because it normally is caused by alcohol, but non-alcoholic basically means that the scar tissue and stuff was caused due to non-alcoholic means such as hepatitis, possible STDs, differing things of like how certain things are eaten, created in your body, like etc. etc. My Grammy being a very long time nurse who used to work in heart surgery and whatnot, got hit with a lot of just random like illnesses, which, as you can imagine, does not bode well for her body. And because of that, it led to that having liquid fill up her lungs for quite a while that they just couldn't keep on top of draining because of how fast it would fill. She started forgetting things and stuff, and she held out until my uncle had come down to where I was with my parents and whatnot to actually be able to say goodbye before she passed. But I remember talking to her before she passed, because whenever I would come, except for once where she didn't fully know because it was kind of a drop-off thing and they said nothing about me being there, was the only time she didn't refuse to see me. Because, and it was obvious why, because even with like her close friends, she didn't want to see them, because my Grammy was always someone who is like very, I don't want to see the people I care about watch me suffer. And like, she could not really do much about that with like my mom and sister, because they were and like my dad, because my mom and dad were the ones who were there when she fell and was hospitalized originally. And my sister was with my mom when they actually took her there. And it's like, Grammy knew that I knew stuff, but didn't want me to like deal with more and see her in the state she was. And it's like, I look at it now and it's like, I get why she did it, but God, did it make it harder on me? But one of the things that I remember was a dream I had had a few weeks before her death, um, where I specifically saw her mother, who I had only seen pictures of beforehand, but it was different. It was like a really weird dream that really caught me off guard, and I was really weirded out by it. But then, like, exactly like 2 weeks later, she just passes. Like, and I was like, huh, that was a weird dream. And it was painful. I know it was difficult because she at least got her dream house before she passed. Like, she had surround sound in the basement. She played games with us. We still have the puzzle board and stuff from her house. I love to use that when making puzzles. So, like, my mom and I will get together and do puzzles sometimes. And we recently finished this stained glass looking one with, like, a tree. And it's super beautiful. Sorry. Make sure you're hydrating, by the way, for those of you who are watching. But I remember very well because it's like, we used to do a lot of puzzles. I had a lot of experiences with my Grammy because I spent a lot more time with her than my sister did with her. Because my sis, by that time, my grandma and grandpa did not have cats, so we could actually be over there more. She was more attached to my grandpa than me, but I was more attached to my Grammy than she was. But they both still affected my sister a lot, and I know through her college thing, when she was applying to colleges, I fucking, like, I could not read her full thing without, like, tearing up, because it's, like, hearing how, like, what happened with Grammy and my grandpa affected her, and what led to her wanting to do, like, medical school stuff and being, like, a nurse, really just hit a certain part of me that just was like, God damn it. Like, that's how it felt. Because, yeah, I care a lot about my sibling. Like, I do a lot for my sister. I care a lot for her. I mean, she's my sister. But rereading through it, I remember really just hit hard. Because my grandpa died in a different way, but literally 2 weeks before, um, he died. I remember having a dream, and like I had visited my grandma and grandpa. My grandpa was already having issues with memory by that time. Um, but I remember because he could barely speak at that point. Um, because he had gotten sick and he had never fully recovered. Due to reasons, and we were going through some of the old stuff that he and my and his brother, my gruncle, had of their parents. And I remember telling them about, like, when I was there, I was like, oh yeah, I had this weird dream last night of this woman, and I explained the woman I saw. It was weird. But it was similar to the thing I saw with my Grammy. And come to find out, after explaining all of this, it was my grandpa's mother, who was a immigrant. And they still had like the old passport of their mother and whatnot, like all sorts of stuff. And I remember just thinking to myself, this feels way too familiar, but I don't know why, and it's worrying me. And then when he died 2 weeks later, I was like, no, this can't be I don't want this to be a pattern of things that happen to me. Please don't. I don't need another thing like that it's just a pattern of, oh yeah, dream about person's mother, 2 weeks later, dies. And it's always like specifically them visiting for something, and it's weird. Because with my Grammys, it was specifically her mother, like, sitting on the side of my bed, because I never met her because her mother died when my Grammy was young. But I just remember hearing her voice, and it just, from how my Grammy described it, when she described it to me, very similar. But just like very calming tone, just telling me everything will be okay. But then with my grandpa's mom, it was one of those things of her just giving me this look, like sad look, but also inviting me into this old farmhouse that I used to visit, where my on the way to, that was like abandoned. It was like a farmhouse, church house, on the way to when my grandparents still owned their lake house. Um, but I remember with my grandpa, it's like he waited until he got to a nursing home, and my grandma fell asleep next to him, and that's when he finally passed. He waited until they were both in a more comfortable place, and she was somewhere where she could at least get some form of help. And it's like, it says a lot. I mean, my grandma and grandpa were together for over 50 years. They, like, before he passed. And my grandma took it really hard, of course, but for me, one thing I never really got to do with him that I really wanted to do was learn how to play accordion. And I've thought about going over to my grandma's and just spending time with her learning the accordion, even if she doesn't know, like having videos and like just playing it for her, similar to how he used to. Like, it's something I've thought about doing. The issue is getting the time to do it, because usually the only time I have, um, I go to lunch with her, because not only does it get us both doing stuff, but it's also time I get to spend with my grandma. She's the last grandparent I have that I actually have a good relationship with. My pop, on the other hand, is mixed bag at best. My relationship with him was that way for a long time. But I think that's one of the things about, like, grandparents and whatnot. Because, like, my grandparents didn't always get along. Like, my Grammy and Pop were divorced. That was a whole thing that was like, I'm surprised they were able to keep enough cool around my sister and I to not start shit. But I'll give them credit where credit's due, because I know they didn't like each other. They had a lot of feelings about each other in their own regard. But I remember being like, realizing how much they truly, like, disliked each other and how well they hit it. Like, I gotta give them credit where credit's due. They did really good at, like, actually being in our lives without causing issues. Because, like, I remember my Grammy had quite a lot of dogs. She didn't really, like, by the time I had come into this world, she didn't have anyone. She never remarried in my lifetime. But I remember she had these two dogs, Casey and Skylar. And I remember we had an earthquake. And I remember falling back and one of them catching me. Like, I love those two golden retrievers. They were the cutest fucking dogs. Then you had Wishbone, which... No, not Wishbone. It was Bailey who came first. And Bailey lived quite a good life, but when going down the stairs one day, he tripped and it broke his hip. And after, like, we tried to give him a good life afterwards, but my Grammy having to carry him down the stairs in her older age and whatnot, and the fact that he just kept suffering, we had to put him down. Then my Grammy moved out to an apartment at the time because she wanted a different place and could not stand the neighbors she had originally, because they were like those types of neighbors that, like, play music loudly throughout the night despite having cops called on them and shit. You know, those types of neighbors. And I remember her getting Wishbone. Wishbone was a really good dog. But things happened where one of the neighbors at that apartment complex managed to get orders that basically had Wishbone, where we had to force euthanize Wishbone despite not being enough good evidence because of bullshit reasons. And to this day, it still pisses me off. And it was one of it was one thing that really pissed her off too. And so instead of the normal ashes that she did, she had Wishbone's ashes turned into a wind chime, which I actually have by my back door, that specifically have the engraving, "You may not see me, but I will always be on the wind." And after that, she spent time, like, she helped some adoptive dogs and whatnot. There was Buddy, who liked to hump everything. There was Rupert. He was a cute dog, but it was more of a foster situation for a bit. Then she moved to a different place, so she could get away from that stuff. And she found who we have, who I basically own. Literally, one of her last wishes to me was, please take care of Baker if something happens to me. And it's like, okay, I certainly will. And that's what I'm doing. But I remember very well getting Baker because it was my mom's sister, Grammy, and I in the car. I was there to watch my sister in the car and we were there to help make sure Baker was okay in the back. And my mom and Grammy went in. We had to go to the back side of the airport, so it was like really suspicious. Like it's that like feeling like you're going to a black market deal type feel. And I remember very well him coming back and just being like so tiny. Like he could fit in like the palm of your hand just barely. And now like he's small. He's a miniature golden doodle. He is small. He is about the size of my keyboard in terms of like length. He is not very big. But I remember my Grammy and mom talking about it and stuff. And when they went in to get him, there was this guy who started chattering with them. And one of the things he mentioned to them was, oh yeah, I'm picking up horse semen. And I'm just there like, what? When they were talking about this. And it's like, it was like this guy who was just like, oh my God, please stop. Too much information type style. And like, yee is the best way to put that is, ugh. Also, geez, we are not getting any world feeders or devourers. Like, we literally need the corruption or underground corruption. But we're not really getting any luck because of how rare they are. You know, the one thing I could try and do, I'm going to remove all these torches here because one thing I always forget about is torch luck. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start using torch luck. Wait, what am I doing? Just do this. And then I can go boom, 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 boom. But it's like, there, that should help quite a bit. But like, I remember it being like, wait, what? Afterwards, and like, it was super weird. It was a very weird interaction experience that I got to learn about. But of course, Baker is as he is and always being his own little pampered little self. Because my Grammy pampered the hell out of him. Like, way too much that he's basically spoiled. Like, the term spoiled rotten is kind of accurate. Like, he can be such an ass at times, but he also is one of those dogs who always feels like they deserve to be on your lap and whatnot. And it's like, dude, it's just like, bro, stop. Like, that's how it feels. Like, I love him, but God, if he doesn't get annoying sometimes. Me over here wanting to actually be, like, reasonable with the placements and, like, OCD style. As you do. But having luck up here is going to be good. So I'm gonna want to grab one of our gnomes as well for this. Because that'll up the luck as well. Oh my good god. And then here. Okay, right there is what I'm gonna have to do. But I remember a lot of just like weird moments too. Like I remember seeing the Oscar Mayer Wiener truck, if you know what that is. It's a really interesting thing to see with my Grammy one day. Just minding our business, going to the grocery store, and boom, Oscar Mayer Wiener truck. It was very awkward. I still have the picture. Of course, I'm not going to show it off on stream. I don't care about showing off a human thing. I don't know any humans in this place. I don't know what you mean. Okay, and then like right here. Okay, and then boom. My hope is that the luck stat will help us here, because that's my best, like, chance that I can think of. You get me? I hope you get me on that regard. If not, that's okay. But yeah, it's one of those things of like, oh, great, another corruption key. At this point, I'm just gonna, like, go grab the frickin' thing from, like, the other dungeon or some shit. Just because I feel like with how many we've gotten, we should probably just be allowed to get one that way. It's not like we haven't done the stuff for it, that's for sure. We're overachievers. This is our, like, second or third one. Because I know we lost one of them at one point due to some things. But, of course, things change over time. Then we have that. And there. 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 And there. Now, I head back here. My god, cat. There we go. I don't know why the cat sits in the seat like that, but it gets kind of annoying. There we go. Keys. Got a crimson key. Torches. Corrupt torches. Arena. Ooh, I do not really have a lot here. Shit. Do I have any, like, gnomes anywhere specific? I don't know if I have one in the jungle arena or not, but I'll check. Because I'd rather check than not in this case. No. There is a Plantera bulb, though. There we go. You know, if you could have every accessory on at the same time, I imagine you would be able to deal a lot of like overtime damage with some of the shit that actually exists. Leaf blower. Wait a minute. Aha, that tried to sneak through. There we go. Okay. Well, I know one place where it is. And as much as I hate taking it from here, we don't really have much of a choice with this one because we need our luck stat up. We could go for a luck potion. Other materials. What do you need for a luck potion? I've never really made them before. Ladybugs. Shit. I know there is a way to force spawn ladybugs here. If I do that, it resets if they can spawn. And we just... Nope. Because if you do this enough times, if I remember correctly, you can actually, like, change it and, like, ladybugs will spawn. But I don't know how long I want to do that for. Save and exit. We're basically ladybug farming now. I never thought I'd be doing this. But then again, how much time save does this actually do? I'm just kind of thinking about that as well. Like, I don't think this is going to do a lot of time save. I mean, I might have some ladybugs, but... Let's check my critters. What about bait? Oh, I have ladybugs. Thank God. And then I can do this. Oh. And now we're out of ladybugs. Okay. Well, we were able to make some luck potions. These are like 7 minutes, so... I'll grab like 3 luck potions of the just luck type. Because I don't want to waste too many. But hopefully that should help. Mix with the battle potion and that. Because I can't really do a solar eclipse or anything unless I am underground. And like, I mean like cavern layer underground. They do spawn underground. But then I also have to deal with corrupt mimics, clingers, and cursed hammers taking up spawns, as well as slimelings, and then like corruptors, eaters of souls. And so there's less spawnables up here. Wait, no, I do have a gnome here. God damn it. So I did have a little bit of a luck boost, just not as much as I thought. I gotta give it its butt back. Because I'm just thinking, the best way to increase Devourer spawns, I would have to do the math. Because if the math is better than I thought, it might be worth it to actually, like, hunt in the underground. Let's do these 2 potions together. And we are at 5 and 25. So let's see if those get us there. If they do not, if they do not update a lot or at all, then we will, by the time the potions are out, we will go to the hollow, I say. Also, I'm just gonna do that real quick. I think that might unironically be the best way to go about this. There's no guarantee, but it might be. It's a difficult thing too, because there is a lot. A traveling merchant. Yay. Honestly, after you've seen practically everything from them, you're kind of like, oh, cool. Another one. I know no matter what, if we do the traveling merchant, not traveling merchant, corruption stuff, what we're going to have to probably do here, I don't want to, like, hollow the whole place out. There's not really many other places I could go, is the issue. Without, like, going here, maybe? Because this is too far, like, up. Oh, accidentally tapped out. But here is probably my best bet. Just thinking. And if not there, probably where the marble is, but I think here would probably be my best bet. I definitely need to, like, make more of these spawnable and whatnot. And what I might do is actually, like, dig under this and, like, dig out, like, a whole chunk here. But I don't know for sure. Yeah, because that's the issue. Because there's also a lot of lava. Oh boy, that's not good. It's gonna start. Yeah, look, you can see it's already made obsidian there. And then it's gonna flow up past here and down into here, and then eventually further. But it's also gonna destroy a bunch of mushroom stuff. And, like, platforms, which it seems to be doing as well. So that's annoying. Still nothing. Honestly, underground might be good, because then we can do the blood moon and frickin' solar eclipse strats. Though I think if we're gonna do solar eclipse and blood moon strats, we're gonna want to farm some of that stuff out too, because we still need to farm out blood squids. Sandstorm. Do we have? I think we have all those done. Bone biter. We do need flesh reaver. Let's quickly do this. And we'll go over here. And we'll just quickly go over to the Crimson for this. And then, you know what? Let's just make an underground area for this. I'm at that point where I think that might be the best option at this point, because luck and shit aside, it only does so much. And I'll probably, like, do some things about it. There we go. And now I can just... Perfect. We just need to kill flesh reavers, which come from the ground, so... Once we get its banner, then we are done with that. Because we still need Rune Wizard, Rock Golem, Digger, Bride, Blood Squid, Pinky, Corrupt Mimic. Oh wait, these are the banners and trophies. Entry-wise, we need the Clinger, Curse Hammer, Corrupt Mimic, World Beater, Devourer, Wyvern, Voodoo Demon. Like, we need a lot. Yeah, we need 50 Wyverns killed. Which is a lot. Shit. I wasn't paying enough attention. That's on me. Let's see. There's Flesh Reaver, yeah. It's on my list. I was making sure I didn't forget it. Because sometimes I do forget things. And it's better to not forget that one in particular. Oh boy. Okay. Let's just take care of this the best we can. Boom. Oh, that hurts. Boop, 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 boop. There she goes. Flesh Reaver wise, we're at 49. One more. Come on. We got it. Perfect. I'm just thinking at this point. It's all I can do. So Flesh Reaver is right after Pig Run and before Flesh Mummy and Tainted Ghoul. Blood Mummy. Boom. Flesh Reaver. I'm gonna need Contaminator. Gonna need this. Yeah. And like either way, I'm gonna need to do this real quick. Then we go here, just complete off wall. Okay. There we go. That should help. And then what I'm going to do is just go through here. Then we can just slowly replace all of this with more spawnable blocks for everything. Because we're going to have to do a lot of Clinger stuff anyway, so... Okay, yeah, I'm definitely going to want to mine under, I think. I also don't have any water candles here, so that's another thing. Uh-oh. Just, there we go. Hollowed Mimic banner. Ooh, that's a cool looking banner. It's actually, that's one of the things I love about this challenge is seeing all the new banners I've never seen. Because I just never went out of my way to collect them or like pay too much attention. So it's like kind of nice being able to see what some of them look like. Because it gives me some cool ideas for possible future things if I build them. Because that could be fun. I think what I'm going to do here specifically is this. Because then it opens up like a huge area. Do 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 do. Come on. Because I take reduced damage because of what I got on me. So that at least helps. And then I can go quickly like this. Perfect. Then we just keep moving. That hollowed mimic is being a pain in the ass, but that is okay. Yeah, look at that. Like, I'm fine with losing some health to lava like that, especially seeing the fact that, like, I resist the damage to it quite well. Don't really have any bombs. That'd be nice. And then I can actually, like, go through this and, like, clear out areas. Yeah. And, like, go off the sides and whatnot and just... Yeah, look at that. So much nicer. Because, yeah, as I slowly, like, chop out parts of this, we won't need to deal with other parts. It'll be easy. Of course, there's still going to be parts that is going to be like, oh, great, we're going to have to go into the lava for. But by, like, taking out these huge chunks like this, we'll be able to better, like, do that. And now I just need to keep moving. There we go. Then we just keep moving. Keep moving. Yeah. It's a lot of ones. Let's take a moment for our frickin' health and whatnot. Because I don't want to, like, completely remove all of it, but... Yeah, there we go. And then I can do this. One higher, so I can take out 3 at once. I'm definitely going to want to make something for my platforms. There we go. And that guy's fucked. Yep, there he goes. And you'll have stuff like this that are just like, oh, easy fix. And the odd, like, placement of lava that just didn't make it down yet. Boop, boop, boop. Doo-doo-doo-doo. Doo-doo-doo-doo. Ah. The hollow music is very calming. Also, I can mark off hollowed mimic flesh reaver from both sides. Actually, if we just get enchanted sword while we're down here, I think that's all of the hollow complete. Like, unironically. Yeah, it is. Shit. I didn't realize that. I remember when the blade staff was still dropped by the enchanted sword. It was such a pain in the ass. I'm glad they made it a queen slime drop. Makes Queen Slime better for all classes. There we go. Boom, 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 boom. Dun dun dun. Doop doo. Doobie doobie doop. Doobie doo doo doo. Oops. Okay. Now we can just keep doing this. Hey, 22. Oh, Worcestershire? I mean, it is funny to see people struggle to to actually pronounce things. I'm one of those people that has issues saying the shit that clownfish live in. The anemone 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 fuck. Like it's something that I just haven't been good at saying. I don't know why. It's one of those words that you just can't put like. One of the things my Grammy always had issues saying until she had her stroke was Chattanooga. Like she used to say like Chattanaka, Chakakuka. Like she could never get it right until she had her stroke. It was really weird. It honestly just says a lot about the brain as a whole and how weird it can be. Because some people, they can pronounce each part right, but not make it right. Just because their brain can't form it together correctly all the time. I find that really cool. Like, it's such a random little piece of, like, information that, like, has no big use, but is still pretty neat. Also, I think I figured out some possible reasons for, what starters, why the starters were, chosen for, ZA off of, like, random things that I was thinking about. Because, like, there's a lot of stuff you can base stuff off of. Because, like, I get why they didn't do, like, Empoleon. From my experience, it was gonna be, oh, Empoleon. Yeah, that one wouldn't do it unless it was only Megas and not regional forms like what they did last time. Because it's literally a Napoleon Pokemon. And it makes sense that it wouldn't have an alternate form, most likely. Same thing with Superior. It was kind of like, yeah. That's why I thought it would be Totodile, Turtwig, and Tepig. Because, yeah. But I was wrong. We got Chikorita instead. Which, I mean, it does make sense with the Titanosaurus being found in Argentina, Spain, and France. Like, those are where it's found, and Meganium is based off of sauropods, and the Titanosaur is literally, like, the, like, one of, if not the biggest sauropod. It's honestly kind of cool. But I hope you're doing well today, 22. I know I'm doing quite well. Just kind of chilling, doing things as they come. It's nice. Kind of relaxing. Well, there goes the crawdad. Do 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 do. There we go. Now we shouldn't get like lodged on like gaps for some godforsaken reason. I will say with the stuff they did announce about like the new backgrounds and stuff on the state of the game, I'm really excited. Because like I actually follow one of the artists that ended up making some of the backgrounds on Blue Sky because I had followed them quite early on because they didn't start as a like they mainly started like doing fan art and stuff, but they became an artist for the Terraria team and stuff, and it's really cool. God, look at this. Gonna have so much space. Now all I need to do is clear this place out and make sure we get enough enchanted swords. We're 1 off for enchanted swords. Holy shit. We need to make sure we have space for it. And then we need to find one. That second part is easier said than done. Oh! Literally right there! Well, howdy doody. That is everything from this place. Okay, let's quickly... Okay, so... Pigrin. So it's Hollowed Mimic and then Enchanted Sword. Enchanted Sword. Hollowed Mimic. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, wait, that's the... wrong one. Because... these come before. Yeah, so that goes in there. Because that's part of the corruption stuff. Yeah, look at that. All of the hollow stuff is done. Which is nice, because it means that, like, we've completed a whole new set of stuff. And it's always nice when we do stuff like that. Because you never know. Sell. Yeah. Oh, and I'll just get rid of this. I could care less. And boom. Oh, I didn't even realize there was an illuminant hook. Sell. Okay. Now we can go back to grab that gnome over here. And you know what? I'll also, because I'm going to want to grab some platforms as well. Like, either way. So what I'm going to do as a whole is just... boom. And then I need some platforms. Do, do, do. And then we go womp, womp, womp. Oh my god. Then we go this way. There we go. Much nicer. And just do, 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 do. Boom. And then if I go here, it's technically full, but it also is like, oh yeah, that's actually perfect. I only need 2 for this one. Nice. That's always a nice surprise. Oh my god, Chester, I swear to god. And then I'll put this. And these. 1, 2, 3. Wow. 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 There we go. Perfect. Now we can actually hopefully get some more. World Feeder Kite. Okay. And you know what? I'm gonna specifically replace the middle hollowed torches with corrupt torches. Just because I know that's gonna, like, help out for, like, luck stat. But this might actually be what I need. I probably should make this, like, a bit thicker, but... Oh, look at that. And look at all the souls. Corruptor. There's the Clinger. Boom and boom. Let's see. Oh my god, we already got... Oh, I got completely destroyed. I'm gonna grab some more, like, stone, I think. I don't know. Honestly, with what we have, we're getting a lot more spawns than I thought we would. Do, 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 do. So I can go here and mark off Clinger. So Clinger is next. So it's Corruptor 1, 2, Clinger. Corruptor 1, 2, Clinger. Yeah. Perfect. The luck potions are all right, honestly. I don't know. They're kind of okay. They don't do as much as I had hoped, but still, they make a difference, and that matters, especially to me, because now we can turn this hollow area into corruption and just take care of that. Like, and then when I'm done, I can just purify it. And then I can just boom, boom, boom. I definitely want some more space between these, I feel, though. Because this middle one is just a death trap waiting to happen, basically, then. Unless I can get it within a certain range, but that's not going to happen. Yeah, that's a death trap in the middle. 100%. I think I know what I'll do. Okay. I do have a lot of ebon stone I can use here. So I can at least do this. Okay, so let's see. This is 6 wide. So let's do instead 7, 8. And then 7, 8. Like that. That should help. And then I can actually like clear off more of this without too much issue. And we'll have more space to dodge, hopefully. That's the plan, at least. And actually, this one I probably am going to put down like this. Where it goes down 1 extra. Because I just thought about it. I'm going to want to do it like 2 by 2 instead. Doot, doot. There we go. Yeah, I think this is going to overall help. Because look at this already. Like, I don't even have my full thing ready. But then giving it more space that things can spawn, as well as being thicker, it protects me more. And then we don't need to worry as much. I gotta remember, it needs to be in the middle there. Jesus, my health is not happy. Okay, we are slowly filling it in. And I'll light stuff up as we go on, but... Damn. Like, once I'm done, it will be fully lit up. Oh, yeah. That's giving us so much extra space. That, like, we really need. Because if we want to dodge, we need the extra space. So this is just helping. And then for, like, the other one, I'll just mine the crystals and, like, place a layer under it. Like, that's not too bad. We are using a lot of ebon stone, though. And I mean a lot. Slimer banner. Oh, there's a cursed hammer. Nice. Honestly, for the stuff I have extra of, I could probably place them down for the extra bit of, like, damage, defense, and whatnot. I think that's not a bad idea. Corruptor and Slimer and whatnot. So if I do like this, I will put Corruptor and Slimer. Every time I hear Slimer, I can't not think of, like, Ghostbusters, in all honesty. Okay. Yeah, baby, look at this. Da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da-da. Oh, hi, Rune Wizard. Oh my good lord. I always forget how much he does. Because the Rune Wizard actually does a lot of damage. I also forgot that we can actually get those here. Let's see. I'll eat some rib. Womp. There we go. There we go. Now I can just... Ah. And then I go like this, and then it goes 1, 2. Yeah, like that. Perfect. Oh, as I completely screw that up. And you know what? I can just, like, better align these torches, too. Oh my god, I'm gonna do so much here. I will say, this is looking a lot better. But not 100%. First, I need to remove all of the crystals, because those are in the way. Do. A normal mimic. I'm worried about that. Oh, never mind. I was about to say I'm worried about that clinger. And then it just gets absolutely bodied by my swords. Nice. And then do. Yeah, look at this. This is making such a nice, like, space for this. Sorry. I'm sorry if I, caused anyone's eardrums to bleed there. Yeah, I know, in general, this is gonna save us a lot more time in the long run. With how my luck has been, and with what we saw just from earlier, I think we're gonna do a lot better in terms of, like, getting the Devour and World Feeder down here. Yeah, we're at 30 and 7 already, and we haven't even finished this. Like, that's a great sign. There we go. Yeah, and then I can just do this. Yeah, look. Because it'll have more space for things to spawn in, too. And we might see some more World Feeders and Devourers, if we're lucky. Doop. Yeah, I should probably also grab these. Perfect. Then I can go 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes. I don't know why I insist on making everything look nice anymore, because it's like, it's just kind of like my OCD or something at this point. It has to be. Because otherwise, I don't think anything in my world would look nice at any form. It's like a mixture of, like, OCD, but also, like, perfectionism or something. That's what it seems like. Okay, so for this, boom, 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 boom. Doopa 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 ba 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 da. And boom. Okay, and then holy shit. The clingers definitely make this a lot harder to do. But that is okay. I'd rather it be hard to do and not and understand than not hard and not understanding. There goes those two. There goes that guy. And there's gonna be some like leftover crystals. That's kind of an inevitability at this point. Here and here. Jesus Christ. How many fireballs can it shoot from so far away? Jeez. Like, it's basically sniping me. Like, I've never seen a clinger have so much, like, sniping potential before. Ever? So it's definitely a bit of a surprise. Okay, now what I can do... And... 1, 2, 3, 4, because I know I'm gonna need that. Oh, hi, Tim. Great, most of my health is already gone. How perfect. Oh boy. Yay. Okay, and then I can just grab and break. Yeah, look at that. We are shredding through more enemies again. That's nice. Yeah, having the space definitely helps dodge. There we go. Once I get all the way here, I will perfect. And then we go 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I will add the torches and we can just fill in the rest. And then this one. My OCD is going to be real happy. And then there. There. Perfect. Now I can turn that off. And we can just click, 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 click. Just... There we go. Oh my god. That one was just undodgeable. I don't know how far out that clinger is, but I'm surprised it didn't despawn. My best guess is it picked up like a coin. Oh, there it is. Jeez. No, wait, that might be a new one. Oh, wow, another corruption key that we totally need. Oh my, there we go. I'm about to make an easier way to get to this, in all honesty, just to make it, like, more bearable. Oh, no. There's a world feeder, and it's dead. I don't even know where that one came from. I just know it hit me. Ooh, Clinger Staff. I like this one. Because it literally summons a wall of fire. It's just one of those things. Archer. We already got a Corruptor. Clinger. Corruptor. Then we go up. And we can just go back and forth. And that should help a lot. And you know what? Oh, hey. There goes an enchanted sword. I'm doing this for my sake. Because otherwise, I will not do it. And I know I need to. Because I also need... Gives me a reason to go up to the surface. Which I need to do. Like, either way. Do that. That. What was I grabbing again? Oh, yeah. I was like, wait a minute. Complete brain fart moment. But now that we have that going on, it ups spawn rates, which is what we want. Because now what we can do is easily go whoom, whoom, whoom. And we can see 32 and 8. It's not perfect, but we're doing a lot better. Yeah, look at this. Shredding through a lot of stuff, too. This should hopefully help us get what we need. Another Clinger and Corruptor banner? Damn. How satisfying. Corruptor, Clinger. Oh my good lord. Okay. And I already got a Slimer. I'll just put it there. And just going back and forth should be good enough, hopefully. That was a normal Mimic. We need to keep an eye out for corrupt Mimics as well. But this will help us also get the Crimson Mimic due to the Souls of Night that we're going to be getting. So at least there's a plus to doing this. And it's a really good plus. Because the Crimson Mimic is one of the things we're going to have to get. Because if I look at this, we don't need Herpling or Floaty Gross or Ichor Sticker. We just need the Crimson Axe and then the Blood Crawler. So it's kind of like, well, then I can just easily, you know, do those. And it'll be easier to be able to focus on those specifically instead of just one thing or the other. Sorry, I was pulling something up to keep an eye on it because I have a like list next to me paper-wise, but I also have like a frickin' thing off to the side that I normally keep up for Twitch just in case. It's basically just a moderator thing in case I need it. It's the only reason I have it. But so far I'm pretty good. It is crazy to think this is the last day of February. Doesn't feel like it. That's for sure. Okay. Let's see. We'll find out how lucky we get with this. Ba-da-da-da-do. 18, 33, and 9. Yeah, we're doing so much better. Damn, this was definitely worth it. Oh, wow, a Corruptor banner. Corrupt Slime. Another Clinger banner. Ugh. Damn. Oh, that's a Corrupt Mimic. Oh, it's an Arclinger staff. Now there goes a World Feeder. Like, you see the occasional mummy somehow, and my only thought is it's probably something that I missed. Or, like, something really specific that it's dropping down from, and my guess is probably from up. Holy crap. Whenever my frickin' Terra Prisma go off, they go crazy sometimes. Just tune. Like, there's no chill. It's great. Ah, yes. A new so one of the so I actually checked one of the restaurants I used to go to when I was younger. Complete different owner. Got to talk to her. Oh my gosh. It took her 3 months to actually get the place after she bought it to a point where it could pass inspection. And I'm just thinking to myself, Jesus Christ, how bad was it beforehand? And I kind of learned. So the original place I had gone was gone for a while. It closed down during COVID. Um, a new place came up, and it did not last long. And now this place exists, and holy crap. I mean, it's good to know that it's run by someone who actually cares a lot now. Because I know the original owner died. Um, and the new owner, um, was like still having some trouble. And then COVID happened, which only made things worse. And when it's a small, like, restaurant, diner type, it's like, yeah, that happened to a lot. Nonetheless, I'm glad it's actually still a restaurant. And it's in a nice little place. I might actually, if my grandma's free today, I might actually take her there. And this time I'm gonna frickin' figure out, like, because I know I can pay beforehand, like, put my card there. I know I can. And I can bamboozle her and she'll never know. I'll bamboozle her. So if, like, we end up going to lunch, then I get to pay and she won't fight. She will not be able to fight me on it because I already did it. I'm gonna be playing frickin' 4D chess with her at this point. Like, that's what it feels like when trying to pay for something like lunch with her is 4D chess, because she is so adamant about it. And it's like, oh my god. But I love her. She's my grandma. Jeez, those slimes did not do too well there. I mean, we are definitely making a lot of leeway and headway in general. Let's just take a moment. 9:36, 23, and 3. Nice. Definitely a lot of souls. So we will be able to do, like, the crimson ones as well, without having to, like, super farm them or anything. Which is good. Because that's what we're gonna have to basically do for the corruption ones. I mean, I could just turn this place into crimson after. Just add a layer of crimson torches and boom! Easy as pie. And we also have a lot of cursed flames. Which, honestly, I don't think I'm going to be using most of these. I mean, I could make a cursed flame bottle, which could be nice. And there goes that. A Nazar. Not that I need it, but that's kind of nice. Bonk. Damn. I mean, I am getting more of the cursed hammer and whatnot than anything else, but I'm still getting, like, the odd world feeder and stuff, which does stack up. Like, it does stack up, and that's good. It shows that there's a lot going on that's actually, like, being useful here. There we go, I can add a giant bat. And then I'll turn on a blood moon to get that spawn rate up again. Oh my god, did you... That thing had to have been over here for quite a while. If that thing shot all the way. Like, damn. Now for the moment you've all been waiting for. Collecting the souls from the sky. In total, we got quite a lot there. Which is always nice. Those guys are gone. But yeah, like, this is the nice part about it, is we can actually easily do this grind. Some of the grinds are just going to be a lot more painful in the long run, but not much I can do about that part. Because I don't really control much about how much pain we're going to go through with a grind. That's all based off our luck, and if we are lucky enough to just easily do it. If not, well, rip. I can mark off Enchanted Sword. I forgot to do that. Mark off Enchanted Sword on both sides. I still got the Spore Zombie I want to do, which is going to take some time. Sorry about my yawning. It kind of just happens. Because the Crimson stuff is going to be easier. We have more Crimson than Corruption. Do, do. Oh, ay. I really just do not need all of these, so I'm just like, womp. There we go. That's much nicer and much neater. Okay. Jeez, all the corruptors just like, give me a piece of him, only to get absolutely bodied. We're definitely going to need to farm out some more tablet fragments to the solar eclipses if we're going to do more underground like this. Because we're going to need to for the Antlion Charger Giants, the Swarmer Giants, the ice enemies, the frickin' dungeon, as well as... Because the dungeon is our biggest, like, set, other than the jungle. And this is counting every entry specifically. So we need blood moons in general for the Bride and Squid. Bride can technically be gotten out of it, but it's just rarer. Voodoo Demon, all the stuff that is in the dungeon. The rest of the Hornets and Moth. From the jungle. The underground ice. The Rune Wizard. Like, those are all gonna be important to, like, the big long thing that we're gonna need for the solar and tablets and bloody tears. Digger, skeleton, rock golem, green jellyfish, cursed hammer, corrupt mimic, crimson mimic, blood crawler, crimson axe. Like, those are great examples. But for the present mimic, Everscream, Ice Queen, and Santa NK, as well as the different demon eyes, zombies, and skeletons, it's literally just the events. Because the demon eye, zombie, and skeleton stuff is all Halloween based event, but the rest is Frost Moon. And then for trophies / banners, it's mostly the same except Plantera, Pirate Invasion, Old One's Army, and then Brain of Cthulhu, because we need Betsy, Flying Dutchman, Plantera, and Brain of Cthulhu. So, like, we've actually gotten really far. And then after all that, we need to go for Moonlord and his trophy. Because that will help a lot. I am surprised the relics don't do anything. Like, you would think they would, like, give you something. But no. Same for the trophies, but I mean, I get why. Don't want to make them too OP. Thank God for my Terra Prisma shredding through these fuckers. Ah, yes. Make sure you're hydrating, people. Yeah, I know, one of the things I've been working on, for stream is animated emotes. I know I've mentioned them a few times, but I have been struggling on this one for so damn long. Because it's like, it's almost like my brain just can't wrap its head right around it because it doesn't look right. Like, it looks a bit like one moment it's too fast, the next it's too slow, the next it looks like it's all like way too jerky. One looks smooth, but it's not, but not in a good way. Like, it's all sorts of crap like that, and I'm just like, oh no. Because that's how it feels. I'm starting to get used to it too, so it's like, getting used to looking at your own thing and just like negatively seeing it is not good. Just put that away in Chester so I don't lose the 5 platinum. That would suck. Ah, yes. Perfect. Nice. You know, I really like the shell phone. I will say, the Terraria team has the chance to do something really funny with the shell phone. Because of how it looks, they could totally make it like a pocket mirror that like you can type codes into or something. Like, they could totally do that, or make it like an actual flip phone. I'm also surprised they don't have a solar tablet tablet case. Like, that feels like something you would imagine they would do. Like, there's all sorts of possibilities for things they could do, like, in general. For, like, weapons, toys, like, turning them into, like, for, like, different household items in general. Like, because of, like, the amount of weapons and creatures there are, and, like, items. Like, they could literally do a mouse pad of the Ankh shield. If they really wanted. Frickin' some... I mean, they've teamed up with other companies. Imagine if they teamed up with a shoe company to make the Terra Spark boots. Also, I'd totally buy an apprentice scarf. And it's just a red scarf. But I imagine it would have, like, runes in it. I just think it'd be cool. Like, they could totally make a paperweight of the Hercules beetle. Like, or they could, like, make a little ring for, like, the greedy ring. For the pygmy necklace, they could literally make it like a little necklace. Or like a choker. Like, both of those could work. Same thing for the panic and sweetheart necklaces. Like, I think those could make some really interesting, like, locket necklaces or something. Like, the different emblems could make really good pins and, magnets. Dart rifle! And it's lethargic? Damn. $9.42, 29, 6. Nice. We definitely need more Devourers, but that's going to take a lot longer, and I'll probably need to, like, semi-AFK for that one. Which is just the sad truth of it. Do, do, do. Boo, do, boo, do, 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 do. Okay. Ba-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da-da. Look at that. I mean, at least we are, like, really far along. Because I remember that being, like, a huge worry of mine. Another fucking Clinger staff. I really don't need more. Get your Clinger staff. That could actually, like, some of the weapons, like the different staves could make some really nice, like, frickin' lamp ideas or walking stick ideas. Like the Clinger staff could totally be like a cool lamp type with like an LED that flickers. That'd be so neat. You know, if I brought all my ideas as a marketing team member, I have, because one of the things is I'm really good at designing that type of stuff because it's what I do. Like, I have to do that as a job in some cases because it's like I design logos and shit for companies, and like I design like shirt designs and whatnot, but also sometimes I'll get like they're a lot rarer, but when I see them, it's nice. And you'd think they would be more common, but they aren't. And it is designs for like products like that. So like taking something of theirs and designing it into like a magnet and like making it look nice. Because a lot of the stuff for me is just, oh yeah, please make a new logo for us with these types of things, etc. And that's kind of what you get used to. But it is nice to like shake it up once in a while. That's why I've really enjoyed it. It's just one of those things. 500 clingers. God bless it. That is a lot. I mean, we are getting most of this, I will say. Oh, that was a Devourer and a half. I saw that. That guy got shredded. But I could tell it was a Devourer because it was not only a purple worm, but yeah, we're at 10. But it also didn't have eyes all over it, like the World Feeder, and it was tiny. It was a little tiny. It was so small. That guy got screwed over, just like, oh, what a wonderful, oh dear God! Jeez, look at our inventory. It's crazy. Oh, that corrupt mimic is trying to catch up. It didn't. I think that's the hook. Finally. Literally, I believe that was the last one, too. You know, I am surprised there's no summoner drop for any of the mimics. There's an accessory, a magic, a ranged, a melee, and a hook. But there's nothing for summoners. The only one that doesn't give an accessory is the hollowed mimic. Well, and the jungle mimic, but the jungle mimic isn't like isn't possible to get in every world. But it's like, I wonder why that is. Because the Corruption Crimson do, but none of them give anything summoner. So I feel like it would be cool if like the hollowed mimic did it instead of like the accessory or something. Or like all of them, because there could be some cool whip ideas from it. Like literally you could get like a whip from the hollowed mimic, like the mimic tongue or something. Like that would be cool. And like what it does is it makes it so when you hit things, your summons are faster or something for a period of time. Like they attack faster, oh shit, I didn't even realize I ran into that. I just saw the death screen. I'm like, oh shit. I heard the death, I saw the death, but I didn't watch it happen. I did that to myself. But yeah, like I think that would be really fun. And a really good idea nonetheless. Like having a full on thing like that in general, where it's just a tongue whip that increases the speed of minions and like how fast they can attack and will attack, could be really useful. I mean, there would definitely be a little bit of brokenness, but I imagine it would be like a certain thing. Like, I feel like attack speed, but not like immunity frames makes sense as well. Like that could be one. Another one could literally just be like, I am surprised there's no like, because you get the Dorinadel for the mech bosses, and we know there is a Plantera whip in the new one from what we saw when in the Golem Temple, and possibly a Stardust. Like, I'm really curious what we'll get for like new whips and whatnot in the next update. Because if there's one thing the Terraria devs never fail to do, it's provide on something in a way we never fully expected. Like, even with the stuff they share, it's still not, there's still so much they don't share that's like, holy fucking crap. It's why I love the Terraria devs so damn much. Like, and they also care a lot about their community as well, which matters for games like this. I mean, especially when, like, because they started out as an indie game, and with how many quote-unquote last updates they've had, it's kind of like, is it really? Because sometimes I wonder. Because we know after this update's done, they're doing the Pal World crossover and stuff. And I know they make jokes about Terraria 2, but sometimes I wonder if Terraria 2 is a code name for just Terraria 2.0, since we're on 1.4.5 and whatnot. Or if it's actually like Terraria 2 or something completely different. Like, I know it's most likely a joke, but sometimes I do wonder if it's like there's more meaning to it than we realize. Because if so, that would actually be pretty funny. I am interested to see how much damage a shit boulder does as well once the new update comes out. Same thing with like boulder rain and the lightning. It makes me curious. Because they've added so much to this game from when it first started in terms of texture, design, items, enemies, retextures. Like, it's honestly beautiful. I know the Minecraft stuff with the snapshots, they're still doing snapshots. We haven't even gotten to a pre-release yet, meaning there's more to come, which is even crazier. Because so far we've gotten new spawn eggs, leaf litter, which can be placed on any normal block, not fences or walls and stuff, sadly, anymore. Creaking being able to be name tagged and be able to stay out if name tagged. You got all of the stuff with the new cows, the new chickens, the new pigs, the sheep spawning variants, all the leaf types having their own leaf drop variant, all of the code for stuff, the new wolf sounds, um, as well as another set of myriad sounds. I don't know if I mentioned the spawn eggs yet or not. The two new types of eggs. Like, it's honestly insane. And it makes me like really excited. God, I do not need this many blindfolds. Me, who literally just cleared them all, the blindfolds. We're back. Back to the past. To the past. Back to the past. To the past. I mean, for being able to finish off the stream like this, just like doing this part, I know it can get a bit boring, but it's like, even then, I'm not going to use the bloody tear or anything. Oh shit, I got a world feeder thing. I didn't even notice that. Let's see what else I possibly got. Prep slime. I'm just putting all of the unstackables and whatnot. Oh, I was throwing those away. Oops. Awkward. Thank God I didn't throw anything important away. Oopsies. So with the world feeder done, Devourer is at 11 out of how many it needs, and Cursed Hammer is almost where it needs to be. Devourer is going to be the hardest to get, but sometimes you just got to do what you got to do. And if need be, I can always like AFK doing this if need be, but we'll just have to see. Like, I could probably set up a non-summoner build that like gives me full regen, so I don't die post Moonlord, while having like a summon out that just deals with everything. Because that could totally be what I do. I'm actually really happy that we got that. Jeez, so much shit. There we go. I'm just taking this now. There we go. Got almost 69 gold. Nice. Nice. And there it goes. I wonder how much platinum we've made off this alone. Definitely a good chunk, at least. Okay. Yeah, I know. I am excited. I know later tonight I'm going to try and get with some friends on VR chat because it's the easiest way to talk to them. And I'm just like, it's weird finally being able to have time to do that. Because I made sure to work on Tuesday and stuff so I could have today off. It's my plan, at least. Come on. Thank you. Bum, bum. Let's just get all of these souls a night. And then we'll fight a bunch of Crimson Mimics and stuff. I think that could be good. Because, I mean, I can just make a bunch of normal chests and whatnot. Um, doop 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 doop. World beater. So the world feeder is right before the devourer. It's right after so the clinger. And then it's world feeder, devourer. Okay. Um because what I'm gonna do here is this. Ah, there's chest. Perfect. And so where are we in terms of crimson mimics? 8. We need to get to 25. So 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. So we need 17. And I will start separating these keys out. Because it's all we can really do. There we go. And then we can like set them off as we choose, which should be nice in terms of having the ability to. And then boom, 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 boom. Shit. Jesus Christ. There we go. Okay, then we can take those two out. Take these two out. Holy crap. Damn it, we're gonna need to make 2 more. I did that one to myself. I didn't think they'd fall on top of me. In all honesty, I really didn't. Okay, 1, 2. 1, 2. I'm just gonna summon these fuckers. And then, boom. There we go. There we go. And boom. Crimson Mimic banner. Hell to the yes. Because now I can just go boom, 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 boom. Okay, Crimson Mimic is right after Herpling and before Flesh Reaver. Herpling, Crimson Mimic, and now I can mark that off. So Crimson Mimic, Crimson Mimic. Overall, we've made great progress today. I can say that for sure. In terms of stuff, I think that's a good place to stop because we not only got 2 of the mimics done, we definitely have a lot more that we need to get done as well. Also, I am just gonna do this. Jeez, I have freaking almost 3 stacks of gel. We were able to finish off the entirety of the hollow, which is a huge step. We just have the spore zombie left. We were able to get a few of the things from the Frost Moon. As well as a few other things. We got the World Feeder, some corrupt stuff done in general, as well as the Crimson Mimic. So we have almost every single one of the Mimic banners now, which is awesome. And what I'm going to do real quick is that, for the sake of the stuff that we need it for. 17, 15. We need to kill them like 25 times, I believe, each. Either way. We got a lot done today. Even if we didn't get any, like, trophy for Betsy or anything, we still made progress. And I think that's enough to at least say, awesome. I might do some off stream, I might not, just depends. Either way, !dislab to join the Discord if you're not already a part of it. We have all sorts of people there that you might make friends with. Who's to say? I announce whenever I go live, if I am sick in any way, if I'm starting early, if I'm starting late, and much, much more. Today's I stream are Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. CST. For days like tomorrow and Sunday, Saturdays, Sundays, and Tuesdays, !YouTube, where we have all sorts of stuff on the VOD channel, from our Terraria series to Minecraft to much, much more, like our Raft series that we've been working on recently. And all of those come out on those days at 8 a.m. CST. For those of you who don't know, I believe it is this. I believe I don't think I've mentioned it, but next Monday, I can't really do too much overtime. I need to just be very mindful about some stuff that I have going, and I might get a call during stream that I will have to take, but that's about it.